as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I am back for another crafty video. I have emotionally recovered from Monday's video, and I am still in awe of everything that Tracy has sent to me. So Tracy, I just wish you the very best, and I hope that your health improves and things are better than you ever expected. I'm so blown away by everything, so thank you. Still yet to sort out where everything's going, but I do have a few things in front of me that I'm definitely going to be using a lot of. So today we are going to do more on this folio, and it's now called the Edith Holden folio. All I did was I just washi taped these to here so I could get a bit more of a feel about how it's going to look. And I love it. I love the way it's gonna transform and how it's turning, what it's turning into. I think what we'll do today is we'll do a bit more of the kind of interior stuff. I still don't know whether I want to. I still don't know whether I want to. Excuse me, ink it or not. I might just leave it uninked, and you know, if at the very end I decide I want to ink it, then I will ink it. And certainly, see what I mean. I just told you, stuck it on with a bit of washi tape, and that's exactly what it's telling you I did. So yeah, let's get physical. I want to get physical. Let's get into physical. I want to hear your body talk. So. What I don't like is these two do kind of clash a bit, and that's because this is not, I didn't glue that down perfectly straight, so it is veering off that way. So I'm going to just trim this bit down because it will irritate me otherwise, and because they just keep clashing against each other. So yeah, so today is going to be doing more on this. Moron, who are you calling a moron? I know it's. I'm so funny. Not. I think I'm so funny. I'm funny looking. I know that's not for a fact. Let's get that in there, and oh, it is that shape already. So I don't know what I'm trying to snip off. Just want to round that bit now, because it's going to get a little bit flat on that edge. There we go. Just the tiniest bit. So that bit keeps coming off, so I'll just move that over there. I'll take that bit off actually. So this bit on here, that's what we want to do, is we're going to put that on there, isn't it? What we're going to do is do that. So I think again we'll have a double up of that. So there should be another page, another one of those pages in the other set. I think I might have taken it out of that one. Is it this one? No. Oh dear. I'll have to take it out of. Oh no, it's there. No, Dave, it doesn't work like that. That's how it works, Dave. Right. Put those to one side. So I've just got a little kind of a little tub that I'm putting everything into, so that I can kind of keep the essence of my ideas together. So, can't remember which one this has come off. This one? Yes, it is this one. I just want to keep those together so that I can look for the duplicate pages in each book. So I am, I don't know whether I should cut them both together. Are they both in exactly the same place? I hold it up to the light. Does it look like they are marrying up. Oh, it does. They are. So we need to have this needs to be. So don't forget, so this is 2 1/8 in height. So, and then I want it to go to before it starts to where where we've put the extra fold lines in. I want it to go up to that first fold line. So that's 2 1/8. So we'll go 2. So we want to drop it down by 1/8, and this is 5 1/2. So if I go to 5 3/8, so 5 3/8 long, 2 1/2, 2. What did I say? 2. Yeah, 2 high. Yeah, so I am currently looking for a design team to get involved with my crafty pursuits. I have recently launched the fact that I have who I've currently got on. So I've got Corey, who is Crafty Corey, and I have Brian, who is the Silvered Fox, and I am looking for another person to become part of my design team. So if you think that's you, then you should definitely get in contact with me. And all the details I will link actually to the launch video of the design team, and you can go and have a look and see whether it's for you, and then we will go from there. So I'm gonna cut that 4. I might actually cut that 4 off and then layer that up. Let's just hold that up to the light again and see if it's in the right sort of place. Yes, it is. That's fine. Let's do that again. Yeah. Okay, I'll keep the 1906. So I want to cut this down to being 2. It's not. It doesn't look straight though, does it? Let's try one of them first. So if I put it on one of the lines. Yeah, no, it's not. It's higher this side. So we need to sort that out. So we need to find out which side is true. So true. Funny how it seems, always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head up. Yeah, alright. Enough with the true, Dave. Spandau Ballet. They will, not be thanking you for, well, certainly not for singing their song. They won't be thanking you. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. That was a terrible whatever you were doing there. So I want to go 2. If that line goes right the way through that nature notes, and I cut that there, that should be in the middle. I did have a better the other one. The other one. So I've cut that bit off. There. And then again just combine them, and then put that down again. Down on a line so it stays straight, and then what am I doing? Hang on, Dave. That way. So you want to have that. That's your 2-inch line there. That line goes down the middle of that. So if I cut that off at the 2-inch line, which is there, that'll cut through that 4. Oh well, we'll lose the Do I want to do that? Okay, let me just have a rethink. Do I want to go... If I go an inch... Yeah, actually, I could mat it, couldn't I? I could layer it onto something. So if I go an inch... Right, let's do that first. So, get this on a straight line. Let's put that on, hold that down. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing, Dave? Get a grip, that's what you're doing. Trying to get a grip. Let's get a bit of washi tape because I want to hold them together so they don't keep moving. So if I just, let's just take the sticky off this so it doesn't peel them off, and then just roll it around itself. Stick that on the back. And then stick that on there. Just to keep them both together. If you can hear banging, by the way, it's that time of year, so for us in the UK, we celebrate Guy Fawkes Night, which is on the 5th of November. So the run up to Halloween is all about, for us, it's all about the Guy Fawkes Night, which is on the 5th of November. And I think that's the reason why, basically, Halloween has taken off in the UK, is just because it's kind of a prelude. Prelude? Is that the right term? Prelude? Oh, I don't know. I am not the best person to speak to about not entomology. Etymology? Entomology is the study of insects, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not the best person to do words. That's why I made some of my own. I made some... There you go. Found my other blade. I'll put that away. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut it. Just gonna be brave and cut it. So that off there and that off there. Okay, so now if I move this, turn this round actually, and put this on this line. No, that's the wrong line, Dave. You need to cut the other side off, Dave. Idiot. So that to there. Let's put that on that line. It's easier for me to see. And then cut that there. Is that kind of straight? I don't want to. I did want to use that 4, so this is the reason why I decided to do it like this. But I don't know whether it's going to work out like I expect. So keep the 4. So that's now hopefully 2 of them kind of in the same place. Are they kind of in the same place? Do they look like they're kind of in the same place? And then how long did we say we needed it? So concentrated on how big we wanted it. Is it going to fit? Definitely need nature notes, the whole thing. I might have to do an edit in the middle there so it pushes it together a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to cut that out. So I'm going to cut it down the middle. I know this seems very extreme. Right. Let's marry the 2 ends together. Do that. Just to hold it together so it doesn't keep moving around. And then we do a bit of an edit. We chop that bit. Oh, of course I didn't hold this bit together though, did I? And we chop that bit, and then we cut this end off. Oh, Dave, have you done that wrong? One side's moved. Did I cut the... I didn't cut it off. Luckily, it didn't cut it off. Right, you're going to have to do the other one. This is what you get for... You want to do the other one in a very similar sort of... Or do I? What am I doing? No, I don't, because I only need one to be here, and the other one you're only going to see the very tail end of. Yeah, okay. So that's the one you can see on the front. Okay, let's cut this bit down. So, yeah, we just want to cut the very end of that off. And we want to set just the very end, Dave, and you're going to cut the whole thing off if you do that. No, again, too much. Gone too far. Yeah, that's better. Right, cut that bit off. Okay, let's get that out of the way for a minute. So, what I'm hoping to do is have nature notes. Peel that off gently so it doesn't tear anything. Nature notes, and then have no, I want to see the whole thing, don't I? I want to see nature yeah, so right, okay, let's get this in the right place. I'm just going to mark it with some pens, with a pencil now. There. Oh no, that's good. Oh, we want to go a bit further that way, don't we? We want that to kind of be in the middle of where the lines are. So we're going to go there. Oh yeah, that. Oh no, that line might need to be a little bit over to there. Okay, so I guess I should have left that out. What am I doing? I'm just checking that I'm doing this right. So that's going to cut off that bit off. Oh, I knew that would go not quite right, but never mind. We are making a junk journal, Dave. It's fine. It can be as junky as it likes. It's a junk journal. And then we're going to cut this bit off. Cool. So that's going to go on there. Right, what we need now is we need that piece that is 2 by 5 3/8, and we just need a piece blank. Just a piece of the blank stuff. So a piece of stuff that we're not going to use in any other way. Let's use this. This piece here is just blank. So we'll have that. Okay, we're going to do 2 wide. We could do with a bit more. We need something cutting underneath it because it will not. I need to lift the blade up to the point where it's not dragging on the. So we don't get that fluffy edge. So where are we going? What's this? 2. So it's 2 by 5 and what did I say? 3/8. 5 and where's that? That's 1/8. 2/8. 3/8 there. So instead of putting it away every time, just move it out of the way for a minute. Oh, we need 2 of them, don't we? So that's going to go on there. Yeah, because I need another piece that goes underneath as well. So I need another piece that's exactly the same size, Dave. Where am I cutting? Doesn't matter. We need again to lift it up. You lift me up. Oh, just stay there, stay there. Move that out of the way. Me going quiet now. Is that in the tomb? No, it's not. That's the tooth. We're not cutting teeth. Oh dear, no, let's not cut teeth. Dentist. Oh, gotta make an appointment with the dentist. Well, they keep pestering me, telling me that, you know, I need to. My checkup is due, but the reason I haven't gone is because I can't afford that stuff. So, whilst the NHS is free in the UK, that's for our medical, dentistry is not free, and they charge an absolute fortune. So, I can't afford it, I'm afraid. Oh, no, don't squeeze that. That's the wrong thing to get rid of. That, put them in the bin. Right. So now what we have is, we have this piece that will sit on here. That's the mat at the front. So we need that to go up to the end of here, which is, that goes on there like that. Oh, don't move it around. Could do something. Put that in the, no, put that in the background. Just can't see the edge of the piece. There we go. So we need that to sit on there. But we want it to go right to the end. So whilst this has got a border on the other side, so we don't want it to have a border because we want it to look like a continuous piece. So we're going to do a mark there. And a mark here. About there. Yeah. So that's the front one. And then this one, we need one for this side. Again, we want it to be one end. And we've got the same sort of border. And we go up to the end of the page, which is there and there. Okay. So let's cut this off with just a blade rather than the trimmer. That's that one. Oh no, I don't want to cut that edge off. I want to keep that edge. No, you need to get rid of that. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave. I mean, sorry, people. I don't know what I'm apologising to me for. It's that one. We want that. That's the end that we want to keep. So I can go to there. There. Yeah, cool. And then we're going to cut that bit off. So it will hopefully look like one continuous piece. Now let's just stick that. So that's going to go on there, and that's going to go on there. You know, it'll look like a continuous piece until you lift it up, and then it's not. So yeah, so that actually goes there. Yeah, okay, let's just stick that down, Dave, because otherwise you'll over analyze that, and it'll just not work. Oh dear. Let's not stick it down because I can't get the glue out. Now I filled the glue right the way up, and I can't. Oh no! I was thinking I can't believe it's not going to come out, but it is. It's coming out. It's just being a pain. It's being difficult. So we'll put that there, and then right to the end. I was going to say finger it, but there's things that you shouldn't be saying, Dave. And then this piece is this way. Is it this way up? Which piece marries better? This way or this way? This way. And then we'll do this piece. And again, no colouring going on this, because this has already got some kind of like a bit of a vintage vibe anyway. So, just on the very ends of the pages, you see here, that's not been coloured. That's kind of the vibe of the book. So I will just allow that to stay there. I don't need to add anything to it. It's already there. So that should then be like one long piece, which is slightly left, slight amount of green on the end. So I'm just gonna have to cut that off, otherwise it breaks the optical illusion. No, it's still got some green on there. And whilst you can colour it, you can make it look green. It's very hard to make green look cream. Green and cream. Because that's easy to differentiate, isn't it? No. So that's going to go... No. That's going to go on there. Is it? That's going to go on there. And that's going to go on there. No. No, you were right in the first place. So in order for these two to go across, that will go up to there, and that will go to there. And that should fit both across. It does. So that one I can glue. This one I've got to cut before I glue. I'm just going to glue this down. I feel I might come to regret this, but... oh well. So that's going to go there. And then that bit's going to go on there. Just let me cut that fluffy edge off. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why people are starting with fireworks already. So, just that annoyance, you know, like for people, especially for people with animals. I mean, luckily I don't have animals this year. Not luckily, because like I miss Worcester very much, but he did not like no, I think I've used the wrong one, because I think that is a slightly different colour tone. Yeah, it is. It's a slightly different colour tone. So that one needs to be the one that butts up there and then cuts off at the end. So I'm just going to do that, actually. I knew I'd come to regret it. We did say that, didn't we? So, yeah, so whilst I don't have a dog, Worcester really hated it. Hated this time of year because it wasn't actually, you know, it wasn't really the noises that got to him. It was the light, the flashing lights in the sky. He really did not like that. Right, so then I'm just going to cut that bit off that overhangs there. So then I need it to say notes from there. And then stick that on there so it continues on. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that, actually. and then stick the rest. So because then you won't notice the colour change so much, I don't think. Let's move that out of the way because that's just getting in the way. Stick that right on the very end of there. Marry that up to there, so that it's in the right lane. You can stay in your lane. There you go. So there, and then we will continue that. So that needs to be cut at the same place, which you should have done before you stuck it down, I think, Dave. Need to marry that up. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Okay, so that goes like that. This needs to marry up to there, so that end needs to be in the same place. The pressure's on. Pressure on. I think there's pressure on. Don't want me singing things with high pitched things, do we? So don't need this pressure on. Okay, shut up, Dave. Please, please marry up a little bit, just. Oh my gosh, it doesn't marry up top to bottom. But it does marry up. That's because I didn't cut it in the right place. Okay, so not going to get too het up about that. I might just trim that bottom edge off so you don't see how it doesn't marry up at the bottom. But, and we will put, I know what we'll do. We'll put the 1906 bit across the top so you don't see the step down. So I will just stick that on because I'm happy that it works. That marries up with that, that marries up with that. And then we can have, oh, don't move it, Dave. And then we can have the nature bit, the N-A-T-U-R. Yeah, we'll have that bit on there. I'll just cut that off from there. Right, I hope you can see what I was going with now. So, or shall I just stick that on and then cut it off? No, I'll stick it on and then cut it off. Okay, yeah. Let's take the pencil mark off this. I'll cut it off for the overhang. That's what I'll do. Then I'm not going to cut it too short. So that's going to go on there. It's going to go sort of there. And that's going to flip over, glue down, and then we'll cut this off. Right, okay, so, admittedly, it doesn't quite marry up on that bit there. You know, there's a bit of a step change, but we will cover it up with something and it will look absolutely gorgeous anyway. So, might be the 1906 or the 4. Where did the 4 go? Nature Notes 4 1906, I see, otherwise it'll be 4 Nature Notes. But that's fine, I'm happy. Cool, that worked out. All right, so we've got a front panel either side, that's there, and then we want something in here. So we need something else that has got, we'd like a continuation of an image across here, and so we'll go for, it doesn't have to be what's already there. Maybe we could have that 1906. Does that fit? Best way to do it like that. No, it doesn't, so we won't worry about that then. We will do an image. We won't start with the, don't start. like a little image, so something that's not going to take, something that isn't a full-size image that will. No, it's kind. I want it wider, but that wren was quite nice. No, not that. Do we want anything in here? I would like it something from the beginning. Don't know, something kind of aesthetically in my head's making me say like it should be something from January. We could have maybe this. Let's use this. Oh no, because then the wren. Maybe we use the wren. Okay, so I haven't got the energy, the strength to do that. Right, okay, I'm going to have some pop. It's not a wren, it's a water hen. A water hen, or a moor hen, or a less hen. Alright, hen? Hen? Where does that come from? What part of the world is hen from? People call you hen. Alright, hen. Hen. Is it Scottish? I don't know. Oh, like I'm asking you, like you're going to tell me, but you might tell me. Some of you might be saying, what? Which is absolutely fine. That's all right. Right, I want to see. Oh yeah, they see that would fit then. We'll do. Right, okay, how much of you are you going to be visible? We want like you in the middle, so that's going to be about there then. And what we'll do is we'll draw a little line around you. And we'll cut within that line. And then you should fit on there as a nice little panel. Can I see those lines? No. Let's try again. So I can see the one on this side, that's fine. The one on that side, not so much. I need something a bit sharper. Either sharpen this. Let's sharpen this, Dave, because this is your favourite go-to pencil. It's your trusty pencil. It works for you every time. So there you go, nice sharp pencil. And now we'll mark this in again. In fact, what we'll do is we'll open this bit up and cut and do down there. Close that back up again. Open this bit up. Go around that one. And draw down there. Hopefully they will be easier to see this time. Oh yeah, much easier to see. Well done, Dave. Clever boy. Right, okay, so I'd like a little bit of a border. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of the hint of the well, I don't. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit missing because I didn't even know what it was. So let's cut this out. So let's do right. How are we going to do this? Right, let's cut the middle first, and then we need to cut a little bit off. I can't ever decide which is the best way to cut something off. Whether I think it's easier to have it so that you can see the bit that you're cutting off rather than having it so you can't see because it's blocked by the thickness of the blade. So, okay, so we are going to cut within this line, and hopefully it will look fine. You see, I'm a rhyme. No, I'm a poet, Dave. That is what you meant. I'm a rhyme and I didn't chime. No, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. stop trying to drag your scissors. Dragging your scissors is one of the worst things to do if you want to get a straight line. So, if you know what I mean by dragging your scissors. If you don't, I'll try and tell you in a minute. Dragging your scissors. Dragging your scissors is when you do. That's the worst way to get a straight line. So you should go full length, open fully, and then go again full length, and then you get much straighter line that way than you do with a dragged edge. A dragged edge. Did it? Right. We want a bit more of a border than that, so we'll just go. Oh no, we'll go again. We'll go this way. We want about the same thickness off all the way around. I had a really random weird dream last night. So I dreamt I was back in the 70s. Now, for me, the thing is, I wasn't an adult in the 70s. I was a child. I was a child in the 70s. But in my dream, I was an adult. I was a fully fledged adult, dressed in my finest flares and massive collar shirts and platform shoes and all that jazz. So don't know where my brain was, but it was back in the 70s. That's all I can say. Yeah, I just want to get that a little bit more rounded there. Not such a jagged corner. Same on that one. There we go. There, cool. Okay, so then this one can be done in the same way, and I might just be a bit braver this time and cut a bit more off this time and do it right first time rather than having to go back, although it's easier to cut more off than it is to stick some back on when you realise you've cut too much off, as we found out with the title card. So what I'm going to do, I think, with this is, because a lot of this is going to be the same sort of repetitive imagery, is next time you see this, you might see this book a lot more advanced than it was. Because then we can talk about the things, the interesting things, rather than the mundane, here we go again, you're doing the same thing, matting and layering type thing. Because I know that that's not particularly interesting, watching the same stuff happen over and over again. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Right, I'm sticking them down. So happy with them, I'm sticking them down. So, in fact, I don't know why I haven't stuck the ones on the front. Maybe I should, because otherwise I'll just dither. And also, I think the reason why I didn't do it was because I wasn't sure whether I was going to ink it. But I think I have accepted the gauntlet of the challenge of try and make something, Dave, where you don't ink it. And this, I think, is going to be that thing. So whilst I'm not telling you everything inside it will not be inked, I think the actual folio itself isn't going to be. Well, I want to say I think. It looks like I've committed. Or it looks like I should be committed. One of those. So that is going to go there. Yeah, let's stick those panels down on the front. And be brave about it. Let's be a big brave boy, Dave. Big brave boy. Let's rub out the pencil line. Let's take that bit off the back. Let's just make sure it fits before we commit. So that bit there, that bit there. Right, we want it to be there. We also want to remove the pencil line off this as well. We're doing it it there. We are. Right, okay. I do need another light colour thing up behind it, otherwise I'll find it really hard to... Yeah, like that. Cool. We want a decent kind of border around it all. Let's get rid of anything where I can see a pencil line, just in case you see it after we're done. Can always take more pencil line off later, but the bits that stick out, then that way then we're not going to catch the edge of the paper and curl it up. Let's glue all of this down, and then yeah, like I say, I think the next time you see this, it's going to be a bit more advanced. I'm going to have done a bit more matting and layering on it, and then we can do the other fun stuff together, or anything where I come across something and I think maybe that might be useful for you to see. Yeah, oh, I love the fact that I'm committing. I love the fact that I should be committed. No, that isn't what I said, Dave. So that, let's just put this, right, I want to just make sure that this piece, let's take that off the back as well. This piece is going to go onto here. That's going to go there. Oh yeah, that's cool as well. Right, okay, let's get the pencil marks off this as well. So, where's me? Oh, there. I mean, I know you're not going to see that pencil mark down there, but I'm going to take it off anyway. And in that corner, any edges. Cool, right, okay, so I don't think I can have that there. I think I need that to be out of the way so that I can make sure it's the lines marry up. Yeah, I think I do need to do that. So and of course anything that I make that is like a Finish It Friday type thing, I think if I'm making it in the same style, I think it's going to go in here. And that way then we're kind of making stuff to go in the folio as well. Especially with the Finish It Friday. I mean, like, I've had so much of this stuff sat under my desk. I've got some really odd things as well. I think this Friday's make, well, Finish It Friday is also going to be a, like, one of those. Dave, what were you doing when you were making this? Why were you making this? I do a lot of prototypes and I don't completely finish them. Oh, I love the way that sits. I like it that way. I like it that way. I like the fact that it can be either way. And then we've got the little more hen, sorry. And then we've got this, which we will tidy up. I know it's a little bit wibbly wobbly. I mean, it marries up that way as well, and that way. Right, I'm just going to give this a tidy, and then I'll be back to you. So yes, so I think we will. I might do a little bit more without you, and then I will come back to you when I have done that. So that's a plan. That's my plan anyway. Sorry, that's a plan. That's my plan. So yeah, I will come back. I have moved on a little. Obviously this is how it's looking at the moment. So what I've done is inside we did this bit together. I've put these two panels in, and I've done this bit. I freehand cut that, so it might be a little bit wibbly wobbly, but you know, it's the beauty of not inking it is you can't really see it. So, and then I've put this bit in here. So we've got these called Fair Maids of February. So I just thought that looked really nice like that. So we've got January here and we've got February here, and I thought it was kind of going through the theme. And like I say, you can have it that way round or you can have it that way round, whichever you prefer. And then what I did do is I've continued over, but not this panel. I've done this panel. So this panel inside. Now, I have a confession. I've inked this. What I did was I put this on, and because this is seems to be a longer panel than the others, I think they are. No, maybe not. Oh, that one's definitely a shorter panel. Oh, no, it's not. It's the same size. Don't know why. But it felt like the page was too short. So what I did was I cut the March bit out here and tore it so that top edge was torn. You didn't see it quite so much, but then inked that edge with just some antique linen, which is a similar sort of colour to this background page, and put March on there because this is a picture from March. So I've put some other bits in here, bits that that are not completely torn and not not tiny pieces, for use in the next part. Like I say, when you see it next, it may have developed a little bit more than it currently is, but it depends on how much time I have. But yeah, I hope you like what we've done so far, and I will see you in the next video. So it's continuing, and yeah, we need to find some way of keeping it closed. We need to kind of decorate this front bit. We need to find some other things, panels and things that we're going to put in various parts of it. So there's plenty to do, so don't worry. All right then, so thank you very much, folks. Thanks for watching. My name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, folks. Don't forget the stuff about the design team member recruitment is going to be in the description, and I'll link the video for the launch of that. So okay, folks, take care. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you very soon. Bye. Bye.